Hey guys, what is up? My name is SandyBurger2000 here, doing what was supposed to be an airsoft gameplay video, but my camera was being weird and I did not get any footage. My camera was like, it would turn off, it was on full battery and stuff like that, and really it bummed me out a lot. Some of it could have been me too. I haven't used it in a while. I might not have been recording it right or something, but basically, whatever I recorded that day was not on the camera, which really bummed me out. But so instead of doing gameplay, I will do a review of this grid code place. This is my first impressions. This is one of the closest airsoft places to me. So yeah, let me just start off by saying their hours. Wednesdays is 5 to 9, Fridays is 5 to 10, and then Saturday and Sunday is 12 to 2, and then 2:30 to 9. So I guess they take a break at 2 to 2:30, like a lunch break. Probably because they do not have many people working there at all. So Wednesdays, by the way, is only $5 if you want to go here. $5 for all day. That does not include rentals. Every single other day is $20. So yeah, this is in Allentown, as you can see the address right there. So yeah. And then some of these are like reviews about the place, but I'm going to be doing my own review, so let's just go to the website. So let me start off by saying, hold on. Let me close all this. So, let me start off by saying, I did have a lot of fun at this place. I had just a little less fun than what, I had at my other place, Battlefield Airsoft. But I had been playing there. That was kind of my home field, and I knew that place around a lot. And this is my first my first time going here, so I didn't really know anything. So, yeah, the pricing is really good. Everything's really good. The field, or the arena, I guess, is pretty big. It's kind of like an L-shaped, if that makes sense. One side kind of has like an area with a two-story building, as you can kind of see in this picture right here. Off to the right where the dodgeball would be. They have dodgeball and Nerf here. But off to the right, there's a two-story building that can fire all through back here. And then to the left of this picture with the dodgeball, there is a ginormous, kind of like room clearing. Really, extremely close quarters. I could barely fit through it along with most people because of all the gear that I had. Along with most people too. And the other problem that I had is that the plywood is really short, so the top of I'm a tall guy, I'm almost 6 foot. On top of that, I have boots, a helmet, and night vision goggles, and they could shoot that over the walls. They could see me walking through the walls, so I had to kind of crouch through the whole entire way. And they have a 10-foot bang rule, which I personally did not want be at this place, but I guess by law they have to do it, or it's just for the little kids. But almost, I'd say about half the entire arena, you can't really see it in this because in this dodgeball picture right here, but let me try to find some better pictures of it. But let's go images. Here we go. So yeah, as you can kind of see right here, this is like all really close quarters, and this is about how half the map is. And this looks like an old picture too. And the thing about this though is they have the 10-foot bang rule, but over half of the map is at less than 10-foot engagements. So I personally never really hit anybody. I got a few kills with my actual gun, but for the most part, most of it was just me calling bang whenever somebody would walk into the room, because I spent all my time over here, and not too much down the middle, because there would always be somebody either in this tower. Why can I not open this? There would always be somebody in this tower that they had that could look over the whole entire map, or in the very back of the map, where basically you couldn't get shot because there's so many like little windows and things there. So yeah, this looks like an old picture of their field, but yeah, that's really like the only problem that I had with this. Other than that, the reps were extremely nice. Yeah, there weren't many of them. They were gun techs, but they had no idea about fixing a gun, like no clue at all. Like what was I gonna say? I was trying to fix my brother's gun, and they were like, "Here, use a stronger battery. Maybe that will do something." And it's like, a stronger battery, one a battery doesn't change anything, and if it did, a stronger battery would just make the gun more powerful. It was shooting. That's another thing. Their chronos are messed up because my brother's gun, it's a Walmart gun, and it has been modded a little bit, but that was shooting at 360. That was the lowest it got, other than when I put a new motor in there, and it originally shot at 430. Then it went all the way down to 360, and it just kept getting slower and slower. And my gun shot at 300, and I modded the hell out of my gun. So I don't know why. Also, my pistol, it is a G&G. No, not a G&G. Hold on. Wind gun. Sorry, WG. Revolver, which, if you look at the IVIC website, even says it shoots 600 FPS, and they said that gun shot 333. So I'm not sure, and I know my guns are fine. I've just recently shot them, so all their chronos are messed up, which, by the way, will be a problem. Everybody else seemed to be nice, and everybody else there was kind of like, yeah, the chronos are a problem because the players, when my brother's gun was at I cannot say that word. Sorry. One guy was offering me .32 BBs, and then another guy was offering me a really weak battery that he said he barely charged just for this. So yeah, but the players were also really nice. Like I said, they were all trying to help me out. They were offering each other CO2 and BBs and things like that as somebody ran out, and I helped them with that kind of stuff too. And they weren't really annoying. They weren't like invasive or anything like that. And if they were new players that didn't really have any gear, they didn't. Bigger players that knew what we were doing and things like that, which was nice. And then again, they also had a bunch of little kids, which was kind of frustrating because in the spawns are really tight, and either they're really tight or they're in another area, which I'll get to in a second. But the spawns are really tight, so there's only one way out of the spawn, and when you have a bunch of little kids standing right by the door to get into the spawn, and they don't go out because they're too afraid of getting hit, that's very frustrating. The first game I played, all the little kids were at the door, and I was like literally pushing them out the door to get them to run because they weren't getting hit, and then as soon as I run out, I get hit, which was very frustrating. And we were locked in that we were getting spawn killed just one after the other. They just literally would come in our spawn and bang bang all of us. So that was really annoying. And then they got better. The other spawn, if you don't spawn there, you spawn in another spot, which is like way overpowered because you spawn in the second story building that looks over the whole entire building. So I could see, what was I gonna say? I could see their spawn. They spawn in the wide open. So if you spawn in the second story building, you can shoot them while they spawn. And it sucks even worse when you spawn over there. Because then really your only place to go is right. And if you go right, the other team could also go right. So if you spawn in the tower, they have the whole entire map control because the only place to go is one way, which is this way. And if you can tell, kind of behind here is where the building would be. The two-story building can kind of overlook this whole entire place, and all the way to the right where this thing is, right here, is where we would spawn. So instead of being able to go up here and rush the middle, we'd all have to go around there, and then they could just, since nobody's coming up the middle, just kind of wrap around here and meet us right here in the middle. So we were stuck all the way back in this corner back here. So yeah, that was definitely a problem. But other than that, there weren't too many other problems. They changed the gameplays up every single time. I played 6 games. They had 10 games. I had to sit out a couple times because guns were breaking and just malfunctions, and we wanted to take a little break, my brother and I. what else was there? Some of the players there weren't calling their hits. That was another problem that I had. There were usually it's the beginners that don't call their hits, and this time it was the experienced players that weren't calling their hits, which was extremely frustrating because they all had Polar Stars and way nicer guns than anybody else did, and they weren't calling any hits at all. So, yeah, one guy was even notorious for it. He had his name was Bobby. Everybody knew him by there. People were leaving just because he showed up, which definitely says that the staff should do something about that. But yeah, overall, everybody was extremely nice there. So yeah, the players were offering us food, pizza, things like that, and yeah, the safety was pretty good, I guess. They weren't really enforcing barrel covers or anything like that. I mean, you couldn't walk in the store without a gun bag, and the FPS limits were extremely strict, but that's about all I got. Yeah, everybody was kind of just playing around there, and you could tell they were all friends because there weren't many rules, and the refs weren't doing everything that they probably should have done. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.